Vending machines that dispense earthquake survival kits. Vending machines that offer free drinks during disasters. Vending machines that double as emergency battery chargers when the power grid fails. Japan looked at a metal box that dispenses snacks and asked, what if this could save lives? Japan didn't just fill their streets with more vending machines than any other country. They turned them into a distributed network of public infrastructure that happens to sell drinks when things are normal and transforms into a lifeline when things go wrong. We're counting down 15 ways Japan revolutionized vending machines from simple convenience into genuine public service. Number 1. Disaster mode vending machines that automatically unlock during emergencies. Walk through any major Japanese city and you'll see vending machines on practically every corner, over 5 million across the country. But thousands of these machines have a feature that doesn't activate until disaster strikes. When an earthquake hits or a tsunami warning sounds, these machines receive an emergency signal through their network connection. The locking mechanism disengages completely. Every drink inside becomes free. No coins, no cards, no payment required. You walk up, press any button, and the machine dispenses. The trigger happens automatically through Japan's emergency broadcast system, the same network that sends alerts to phones and television. The moment authorities declare an emergency in a specific region, participating vending machine operators flip a digital switch that unlocks every designated machine in the affected area. Some machines are programmed to unlock based on seismic sensors built directly into the unit. If the machine detects shaking above a certain threshold, it assumes an earthquake has occurred and unlocks itself without waiting for any external signal. You're standing outside after a major earthquake. Buildings might be unsafe, water lines could be compromised. You're thirsty, shaken, and you spot a vending machine. You approach it and there's a small LED display that wasn't illuminated before. It reads emergency mode in Japanese and English. Every drink is available. You press a button and a cold bottle drops into the collection bin. No payment screen appears. The machine has transformed from a business transaction into disaster relief. In most countries, a vending machine during a disaster is just a locked box full of things you can't access unless you have exact change or a working card reader, and even then, the machine might be on a payment network that's down. Japan recognized that the entire vending machine network, already distributed across every neighborhood, already stocked with drinking water and beverages, already running on backup power in many cases, could serve a secondary function that costs the operators almost nothing to enable but could matter enormously when infrastructure fails. This isn't charity framed as innovation. It's infrastructure design that acknowledges vending machines as public fixtures, not just private profit centers. Japan built redundancy into everyday objects. Number 2. Vending machines with built-in AED defibrillators mounted on the exterior. Sudden cardiac arrest kills because defibrillators aren't nearby when seconds count. Japan addressed this by turning vending machines into AED stations. You'll find these machines in train stations, airports, shopping districts, and residential neighborhoods. The AED unit is mounted in a clearly marked cabinet on the side of the vending machine, bright orange or yellow with universal heart and lightning symbols. The cabinet isn't locked. You open it, remove the AED, and the device walks you through every step with voice prompts in multiple languages. The vending machine provides the physical structure and the electrical power. AEDs need to maintain battery charge and run self-diagnostic checks. By mounting them on vending machines, which already have reliable power supplies and are checked regularly by operators restocking inventory, Japan created a maintenance system that piggybacks on existing logistics. The vending machine operator checks the AED status indicator each time they restock drinks. If the indicator shows a problem, they report it. The AED gets serviced on the same route as the snack refills. You witness someone collapse. You know they need a defibrillator, but you have no idea where the nearest hospital is. You spot a vending machine 20 meters away. You run to it and see the AED cabinet. You yank it open, grab the device, return to the victim, and the AED's automated voice instructions guide you through pad placement and shock delivery. The vending machine didn't just sell you a soda earlier. It gave you the tool that might restart someone's heart. Other countries install AEDs in buildings, behind reception desks, in locked cabinets that require someone to fetch a key. Japan put them outside, accessible 24 hours a day, maintained through existing service infrastructure, and marked by the familiar glow of a vending machine that's visible from a block away. Vending machines became medical infrastructure without needing new buildings or dedicated staff. Number 3. Hot and cold drinks in the same machine with separate temperature zones. This sounds simple until you realize how precisely Japanese vending machines manage thermal zones. A single machine offers hot coffee, hot tea, hot corn soup, and right beside those buttons, cold water, cold juice, cold soda. both temperature ranges available simultaneously. The machine's interior is divided into separate compartments with independent climate control. The hot side maintains beverages at approximately 55 degrees Celsius. The cold side holds drinks between 5 and 8 degrees Celsius. Insulation barriers separate the two zones so heat doesn't transfer. When you press a button, the machine knows which zone to pull from. The dispensing mechanism routes the selected drink through the correct channel to the pickup slot. You're standing outside on a winter morning. It's 4 degrees outside. You want something hot. You approach a vending machine and scan the options. Hot milk tea, hot lemon tea, hot black coffee, all marked with a red label. You select one, insert coins, and 30 seconds later you're holding a can that's genuinely hot, almost too hot to hold comfortably without gloves. You cradle it like a portable heater. Same machine, same location, 3 months later in summer. It's 32 degrees and humid. You want something cold. Same machine. Cold barley tea, cold melon soda, cold water. You press the button and the can that drops down is cold enough that condensation forms on the surface immediately. Most countries pick one temperature: cold vending machines in warm climates, room temperature machines in temperate zones. Japan recognized that human needs change with weather and time of day, and they engineered the solution into a single unit. Vending machines adapted to seasonal needs instead of forcing consumers to choose between availability and preference. Number 4. Transparent vending machines, where you see the actual product, not just a picture. Japanese vending machines frequently use a design where the entire front panel is a refrigerated glass display. You're not looking at a photograph of a bottle. You're looking at the actual bottle sitting in a lit, chilled compartment. Each product sits in a visible slot behind clear glass or acrylic. The lighting inside is designed to make the products look appealing, subtle LEDs that illuminate labels without washing them out. When you press the selection button, a mechanical arm or pusher system moves the specific bottle you chose from its slot to the dispensing chute. You watch it happen. The product you saw is the product that drops. You approach the machine and you're deciding between 3 types of green tea. The labels are similar. You lean close to the glass and read the fine print on the actual bottle. You see the product size, the ingredient list, even the manufacturer logo clearly. You make your choice based on exactly what you're getting. No surprises, no wondering if the image on the button matches what's inside. The machine dispenses the precise item you were looking at. Vending machines elsewhere show you a backlit photograph next to a button. The photo might be outdated. The product inside might be a different size or brand than pictured. Japan eliminated that doubt by making the transaction completely transparent. You're not buying a promise, you're buying the object you can see right in front of you. Vending machines became display cases. Number 5. Machines that accept IC cards, mobile payment, and still take coins with perfect reliability. Japanese vending machines are multi-layered payment systems. The oldest machines accept coins, newer machines accept bills. Most machines now have contactless card readers for Suica, Pasmo, Icoca, and other regional IC transit cards. Many accept mobile payments through QR codes or NFC from smartphones. All of these payment methods work on the same machine. You can tap your transit card, your phone, or drop in coins, and the machine processes each method flawlessly. The coin mechanisms in Japanese machines are famously precise. They recognize denomination by weight, size, and metallic composition. They reject foreign coins or damaged coins instantly and return them through a separate slot. They don't jam. Bills are accepted smoothly, validated quickly, and change is dispensed in coins without error. The touchless card readers respond within half a second. You tap, the reader beeps, the screen confirms your balance, and you make your selection. You're rushing to catch a train. You have 12 seconds. You spot a vending machine. You pull out your transit card, tap it against the reader without breaking stride, press a button, grab the drink that drops, and keep moving. Total transaction time, 4 seconds. Alternatively, you have no card, just a pocket full of 100 yen coins. You drop them into the slot. The machine counts them as they fall. You press your selection. The drink drops. Change rattles into the return tray. The transaction takes 8 seconds. Both methods work perfectly. The machine doesn't care how you pay, it just completes the transaction. Other countries have vending machines that take cards or coins, rarely both, almost never transit cards, and the machines jam, reject valid currency, or fail to register payment regularly. Japan built redundancy into payment systems and maintained it so well that machine failure is nearly unheard of. Vending machines became as reliable as infrastructure, not as unpredictable as retail technology. Number 6. Seasonal and limited edition drinks that rotate constantly. Japanese vending machines aren't static inventories. Operators rotate products seasonally, regionally, and based on limited promotional releases. Walk past the same machine in April and October and the selection will be significantly different. Spring brings sakura-flavored drinks, cherry blossom teas, and floral sodas. Summer introduces salt-supplemented sports drinks designed to combat heat exhaustion, watermelon-flavored beverages, and frozen slushy options in machines equipped with freezer compartments. Autumn adds sweet potato drinks, chestnut lattes, and warm ginger beverages. Winter loads machines with hot amazake, yuzu citrus tea, and rich hot chocolates. Limited collaborations with anime franchises, sports teams, or regional tourism campaigns create products that appear for a few weeks and vanish. Vending machine operators treat the machines like retail shelf space. They monitor sales data remotely through network-connected machines that report which products sell fastest. Slow sellers get replaced on the next restocking visit. You're traveling through rural Hokkaido in autumn. You stop at a vending machine outside a small train station. Among the standard options, you spot a local apple juice made from Hokkaido-grown apples, available only in that region during harvest season. You buy it, it's excellent. You try to find it in Tokyo a week later. It doesn't exist there. The vending machine offered you a product specific to where and when you were. Elsewhere, vending machines offer the same sodas and chips year-round, everywhere. Japan turned vending machines into dynamic retail channels that reflect seasons, regions, and cultural moments. Vending machines became curated, not just stocked. Number 7. Machines placed in remote locations for travelers and rural residents. Japan's vending machine density isn't limited to cities. You'll find machines on remote mountain roads, at rural bus stops serving a handful of daily passengers, along coastal paths, and at trailheads deep in national parks. These machines exist in places where no convenience store would ever be profitable. The operators accept low sales volume in exchange for coverage. Machine on a mountain pass might sell 30 drinks a day in summer and 5 a day in winter, but it stays stocked and operational. For the hiker who miscalculated their water supply or the driver on an empty road in mid-August heat, that machine is critical infrastructure. The logistics of maintaining these remote machines are significant. Operators drive routes that cover hundreds of kilometers, restocking machines that might only generate modest revenue per visit. But the network effect matters. Knowing that a vending machine will be available at predictable intervals means people can plan trips, hikes, and drives with confidence that water and refreshment are accessible. You're cycling along a coastal route in Shikoku. The last town was 18 kilometers back. The next one is 12 kilometers ahead. It's July, it's hot, you're out of water. You round a curve and see a vending machine standing alone beside the road, no buildings nearby, just the machine and the ocean. You stop, buy 2 bottles of cold water, drink one immediately, and refill your bottles. The machine saved your ride and possibly your safety. Other countries cluster vending machines where foot traffic is dense. Japan scattered them across the entire geography, treating access to drinks as a public utility that shouldn't depend on population density. Vending machines became safety infrastructure for anyone moving through space. Number 8. Machines selling unexpected necessities like umbrellas, fresh eggs, and batteries. Japanese vending machines aren't limited to beverages. Walk through residential neighborhoods and you'll find machines selling fresh eggs in protective cartons, restocked daily by local farms. Train stations have machines dispensing umbrellas in clear packaging, positioned specifically near exits where travelers realize it's raining. Electronics stores install outdoor machines selling batteries, phone chargers, and earbuds. Rural areas have machines offering rice, vegetables, and even frozen meals. Some machines sell flowers in plastic tubes with water reservoirs to keep them fresh. Others sell disposable face masks, handkerchiefs, or ties for businessmen who left theirs at home. The vending machine format adapted to whatever need existed in a specific location. Operators identified gaps in availability and filled them with machines. Need an umbrella at 7 in the morning on a Sunday when stores are closed? Vending machine. Need eggs but the grocery store is a 10-minute walk and you just want to grab them quickly? Vending machine. The payment and dispensing technology is identical to beverage machines, only the product changes. You leave a restaurant and step outside to discover it's pouring rain. You have no umbrella. You're about to resign yourself to getting soaked when you spot a vending machine 10 meters away with a backlit image of an umbrella. You walk over, insert coins, press the button, and a compact umbrella in a plastic sleeve drops into the tray. It costs more than an umbrella from a convenience store, but the convenience store is closed and you're staying dry. The machine solved an immediate problem you didn't anticipate. Vending machines in other countries vend snacks and drinks because that's what vending machines do. Japan asked what else people need access to outside of store hours and in places where stores don't exist, then built vending solutions for those needs. Vending machines became a flexible distribution platform. Number 9. Machines with large, tactile buttons designed for accessibility. Japanese vending machines increasingly incorporate design elements for elderly users and people with visual or mobility impairments. Buttons are large, often 3 to 4 centimeters in diameter. They're raised and provide tactile feedback with a clear click when pressed. Button labels use high-contrast colors, typically white text on dark backgrounds or black text on bright backgrounds. Some machines include braille labels next to each button indicating the product type. The coin slot is wide and angled to make insertion easier for users with reduced fine motor control. The product retrieval door is positioned at a height reachable from a wheelchair, generally between 60 and 90 centimeters from the ground. Some advanced machines include audio assistance, a small speaker that announces the selected product and the amount of change dispensed. These aren't specialty accessible machines tucked away in specific locations. These features are being integrated into standard machines deployed everywhere. You're traveling with an elderly relative who has limited vision. They want a drink. They approach a vending machine and they can feel the raised buttons and distinguish them by texture. The high-contrast labels are legible even with reduced vision. They press a button confidently, the machine beeps clearly. The drink drops into a retrieval slot they can reach without bending. The transaction happens independently without assistance. Most countries treat accessibility as an afterthought, something added to a few designated machines if regulations require it. Japan designed accessibility into the baseline product because the population is aging and vending machines are public-facing infrastructure. If a significant portion of your population can't easily use a vending machine, the machine is failing its purpose. Japan fixed that. Number 10. Temperature-specific seasonal switching, where the same machine changes its product line based on weather. This goes beyond just having seasonal drinks available. Some advanced vending machines in Japan have temperature sensors and network connections that allow operators to remotely adjust inventory recommendations based on real-time weather. When temperatures drop below a certain threshold, the system alerts the operator to prioritize hot drinks on the next restocking. When a heat wave hits, the system recommends loading more cold water and sports drinks. Some machines have modular interiors where the operator can physically shift the size of the hot zone versus the cold zone depending on the season, expanding the heated compartment in winter and the chilled compartment in summer. This means the same physical machine offers 12 slots of hot drinks and 8 slots of cold drinks in January, then flips to 8 hot and 12 cold in August. You pass the same vending machine outside your apartment building every day. In December, it's stocked heavily with hot coffee, hot tea, and hot cocoa. Cold options are limited to a few slots of water and juice. March arrives, temperatures rise. One morning you notice the machine's layout has changed. More cold drinks, fewer hot ones. By June, the machine is almost entirely cold beverages with only 2 or 3 hot options remaining. The machine adapted to the climate without you consciously noticing until you thought about it. Vending machines elsewhere are stocked based on fixed schedules, not weather conditions. Japan made vending machines responsive to environmental conditions, treating them like dynamic systems rather than static boxes. The machines anticipate what you'll want before you know you want it. Number 11. Dedicated recycling bins attached to every machine. Step up to any vending machine in Japan and you'll see recycling bins built into or placed immediately next to the machine. These aren't general trash bins. They're sorted receptacles, typically with separate openings for PET plastic bottles, aluminum cans, and sometimes glass bottles. The bins are clearly labeled with icons and text indicating what goes where. The openings are shaped to match the product type: a narrow slot for bottles, a circular opening for cans. Many bins are transparent so you can see they're being used correctly, which creates social reinforcement. You see that others are sorting properly, so you sort properly. Vending machine operators empty these bins on the same schedule as restocking. The collected materials go into established recycling streams. The system works because it's convenient, immediate, and designed into the experience. You buy a drink, you consume it, and the specific receptacle for that drink's container is within 2 meters of where you're standing. You finish a bottle of tea. You look around for a trash can. There isn't one, but there's the vending machine where you bought the tea, and beside it a blue bin marked for PET bottles with an opening shaped to accept them. You drop the bottle in. It falls into a bin already half full of identical bottles, all sorted, all ready for recycling. You didn't have to carry the empty bottle for 10 minutes searching for disposal. You didn't have to decide whether it goes in recycling or trash. The system made the correct choice frictionless. Other countries put vending machines in places with no trash bins nearby, forcing people to carry empties or leave them on the ground. Japan designed the disposal system into the vending experience, recognizing that selling drinks creates waste and managing that waste is part of the service. Vending machines became closed-loop systems. Number 12. Machines that provide free Wi-Fi hotspots while you make a purchase. Some vending machine networks in urban Japan double as public Wi-Fi nodes. The machines have small routers installed inside connected to the internet through cellular networks or landline connections. When you're near the machine, you can connect to a free Wi-Fi network, often branded by the vending machine operator or the beverage company. The connection is available whether you purchase something or not, but the machine's placement in high-foot traffic areas means people naturally interact with it while connected. The Wi-Fi system serves dual purposes. It provides a public service, especially useful for tourists whose international data plans might be expensive or slow. It also collects anonymized data about foot traffic and dwell time that operators use to optimize machine placement and product selection. The machines become nodes in a distributed network infrastructure that blankets cities with connectivity. You're lost in an unfamiliar neighborhood. Your phone's data connection is slow. You spot a vending machine and notice a Wi-Fi network name on a small sticker. You connect. The signal is strong. You load a map, figure out your route, and as a thank you, you buy a drink from the machine. The machine helped you navigate before it helped you hydrate. Most vending machines are just metal boxes that sit there. Japan saw an opportunity to add infrastructure value by embedding connectivity and turning each machine into a micro-utility that serves needs beyond the product it dispenses. Vending machines became network access points. Number 13. Regional specialty products you can only buy from machines in specific areas. Japan's vending machine operators collaborate with local producers to offer products exclusive to specific regions. Visit Hokkaido and you'll find machines selling melon soda made from Yubari melons grown only in that prefecture. Travel to Okinawa and machines offer shikiwasa citrus drinks unavailable on the mainland. Mountain regions have machines stocked with mineral water sourced from local springs, branded with the specific mountain's name. These aren't just marketing gimmicks. The products are genuinely regional, often produced in small batches and distributed primarily through vending machines because the volume doesn't justify national retail distribution. For travelers, these machines become a way to experience local flavor without entering a store or restaurant. For local producers, vending machines provide distribution infrastructure that would otherwise be inaccessible. You're on a train platform in rural Nagano waiting for a connection. You approach a vending machine and notice several drinks you've never seen before. One is apple juice from a nearby orchard, labeled with the farm's name and a picture of the valley where the apples grow. You buy it. It tastes different from commercial apple juice. Less sweet, more tart, clearly made from a specific variety of apple. You've just experienced a product that exists because this vending machine gave it a distribution channel. You can't buy this in Tokyo, you can't order it online. It exists here now in this machine. Vending machines globally offer the same brands everywhere. Japan turned them into hyperlocal distribution channels that give small producers access to consumers and give travelers access to regional identity. Vending machines became cultural artifacts. Number 14. Machines designed with earthquake-resistant bases and backup power. In a country where earthquakes are routine, vending machines could become hazards, heavy objects that topple and crush. Japanese vending machines are engineered with seismic stability as a design requirement. The base is wider and heavier than machines elsewhere, lowering the center of gravity. Machines are bolted to the ground or to reinforce pads using seismic anchors that allow slight movement to absorb shaking without toppling. Internal shelving is designed so that products don't spill out during tremors. The dispensing mechanism has locks that engage if the machine detects shaking, preventing products from falling freely and jamming the system. Many machines, especially those designated for disaster mode, have backup battery systems that keep basic functions running even if external power is cut. The batteries provide enough power to unlock the machine, run the display screen, and dispense products for hours after an outage. An earthquake hits, you're outside, the ground shakes for 20 seconds. The vending machine beside you sways slightly but doesn't tip. Once the shaking stops, you notice the machine's screen is still lit even though the streetlights are out. The machine switched to backup power. You approach it and see it's entered emergency mode. You press a button. A drink dispenses. The machine survived the earthquake, maintained power, and became useful infrastructure in the immediate aftermath. Vending machines in seismically active zones elsewhere are just placed and hoped for. Japan designed them to withstand disaster and function as resources afterward. Vending machines became disaster-resilient infrastructure. Number 15. Machines that offer hot soup, ramen, and full meals in bowls. Some Japanese vending machines go beyond drinks. They dispense hot meals. These machines are less common than beverage machines, but they exist in specific locations: highway rest stops, late-night industrial areas, train stations, and remote regions. You select a meal from the options displayed, often ramen, udon, or curry rice. You insert payment. The machine begins preparation. Inside, there's a system that heats pre-packaged ingredients, combines them, and dispenses them into a bowl that drops into the collection area. Some machines use freeze-dried ingredients that are rehydrated with boiling water dispensed at the moment of preparation. Others use refrigerated pre-cooked components that are microwaved and assembled. The entire process takes between 90 seconds and 3 minutes. The meal isn't restaurant quality, but it's hot, it's real food, and it's available 24 hours a day in places where no restaurant operates. It's 2 in the morning, you're driving on a highway between cities, you're hungry, there's nothing open. You pull into a rest area and find a vending machine with pictures of steaming ramen bowls. You select tonkatsu ramen, you pay. The machine hums and hisses, steam vents from a small opening. 90 seconds later, a compartment door opens and inside is a bowl of hot ramen, noodles and broth with sliced pork and green onions. You carry it to a bench. It's not amazing, but it's warm, filling, and exactly what you needed. The machine served you a meal when nothing else could. Most vending machines offer packaged snacks that require no preparation. Japan pushed the technology to deliver hot, prepared food through an automated system, extending the vending machine's utility into meal replacement. Vending machines became emergency kitchens. If you're enjoying this and you want to see more ways Japan has turned everyday objects into something smarter and more thoughtful, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next one where we explore even more innovations hiding in plain sight. Japan didn't reinvent vending machines by adding complexity. They reimagined what a distributed network of powered, networked, maintained boxes on every street corner could do if you treated them as public infrastructure instead of just private commerce. Every innovation here started with a simple question. Since these machines are already everywhere, what else could they provide? The answer turned mundane metal boxes into lifelines, accessibility tools, cultural distribution channels, and resilient infrastructure that works when everything else fails. If you want to see more ideas like this, watch the next video on your end screen.